semi-final winner against Cameroon. The man who almost scored a winner in this final steps up and scores! And the Democratic Republic of Congo have made it into the Inter-Confederation playoffs. They take this 4-3 in the penalty shootout. And a team that has never made it to the World Cup under their current name are a step closer.
Whew! That sports kick from DR Congo's captain, Chancellor Mbemba. That was the uppercut that knocked Nigeria out of the race to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. It's almost 2 weeks, guys. Can you believe it? Almost 2 weeks that Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, stunned Nigeria. They played absolutely fantastic football to say, Nigeria, we deserve to go to the Inter-Confederation stage of the World Cup qualifying playoffs. It's tough. Nigerian football fans are still hurting. They can't explain what has happened to them and, you know, the Super Eagles. But it is what it is. I always say it is what you sow, you reap. Should we go back? Yeah, I think we should go back. Let's go and see how the Democratic Republic of Congo stopped Nigeria from advancing into the Inter-Confederation stage of the World Cup qualifying playoffs.
Welcome to the Stade Prince Héritier Moulay Hassan in Rabat, where Nigeria and the Democratic Republic of Congo now stand just one step away from representing the continent in the Inter-Confederation playoff for the FIFA World Cup 2026. Zaidu, and the first shot goes in, deflected. 78 minutes they had to wait in the semi-final, barely 3 minutes in the final itself. The perfect start for Eric Chell's men. And Frank Odieka, who came in for AFCON, who scored the goal, the opener in the last game, comes in and scores the opener here. Not dealt with in the middle. And you can see there, I think it's Axel Tuanzebe who is unfortunately sticks his leg out and takes it past the goalkeeper. Will be getting caught in possession and they might struggle here. Bakambu now. Haven't really seen him on the ball in the game so far. Bakambu, great ball into the middle, and there is the equaliser. Right on cue. Meshak Elia. His second goal of the qualifying campaign is a big one. Well, Iwobi got caught in possession, and that sprang the counter. Great transition play. It's a brilliant ball in. Good play by Frederick. Oh, the goalkeeper's given it away, and this is a real chance. Sapenga couldn't seem to get the ball down, and it's offside in any case now. It's nicely done. Little ball in. Mayele looking for the spectacular in the middle. And Wan-Bissaka didn't look like a man who's done the overhead kick many times in his career. Full time in Rabat. Nigeria 1, Democratic Republic of Congo 1. We are heading for an extra half hour. Buku. This should be the goalkeepers. Oh, it's gone in, but the referee has blown. Celebrate anyway. Sapenga was trying to go for the overhead, but found the goalkeeper right behind him. Ball put into the open net behind him, but it is still 1-1. Tuanzebe, they're starting to build once more, getting down the left-hand side, trying to stretch Nigerian defences. That's not a bad ball in. Oh, it's gone in. That's surely in. They're claiming a goal. But the referee has not given it. He's adjudged a push. And it's Siddiqui arriving, but illegally according to the referee. And even though Mbele allowed that ball to go over the line, it won't count as a goal. Meanwhile, up the other end, header on target, spooned around the post by Wambali. I think he's hit the post. Well, that's it. That was the last chance of this final, and we are going to penalties. It has finished Nigeria 1, DR Congo 1. And it's been saved! But when you look at the 120 minutes, all in all, it was the Democratic Republic of Congo who just seemed to want it more. They were more positive after the first half hour. They were and of course, it's the captain, Chancellor Mbemba, the man who scored the semi-final winner against Cameroon. The man who almost scored a winner in this final. Steps up and scores! And the Democratic Republic of Congo have made it into the Inter-Confederation playoffs. They take this 4-3 in the penalty shootout. And a team that has never made it to the World Cup under their current name are a step closer. Joy for DR Congo, pain for Nigeria.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. My sincere apologies, just in case you didn't want to see that again. As a Nigerian football fan or follower or supporter, but hey, it is what it is. We need to, keep having this sort of reawakening, this sort of reflection to see that, look, it is what you sow, you reap. That was it. Almost 2 weeks now that DR Congo did what they did over Nigeria. So I wanted to find a proper title to give this talk, and nothing was coming. So you're free to say Austin wanted to just rant. You're free to see it as a wake-up call again, which I like doing to football administrators in Nigeria. Or you can see it as my moment of reflection, But yeah, it's okay to put into any of those things that I've talked about. Maybe I just want to rant, because we will not just stop calling out the ills in the society. That's the only way to get public officials accountable, to hold them accountable. Otherwise, they're not going to change. So Nigeria will not be at the World Cup for the second time in a row. They missed out of the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. I was right there at that World Cup. Nigeria wasn't there. Shout out to Morocco. They made it worthwhile for me, At least I could still represent Africa, still tell the beautiful stories from Africa. And now Nigeria has missed out again. And all we got was apology from the Nigeria Football Federation. Oh, they are sorry. Oh, they know that the hearts of Nigerians have been broken. Blah, blah, blah. And that's it. The NSC brought out this one. Oh, the president has commended the Super Eagles and said we should shift attention to the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. A bit of, it's laced with political grammar. Yeah, so it won't look like it's failure on the current administration. It's action and consequences, guys. It is what it is. We cannot try to move away from. When you identify a problem, the next step is to find a way to solve it. Yes, I know we need to focus for the AFCON, but what have we done differently from what we used to do in the past? Now that we did not qualify for the World Cup, what is the AFCON program from the NFF that we can follow and say, this phase they'll do? What is the timeline? What is the level of planning and organizing? What's the state, the mentality of the players towards the mission? Because if you call them, they'll come and play football. Particularly with these in it guys, nothing they bother them. They win, they lose, they move on. Nobody is dying for this name anymore. This badge. Nobody is stressing themselves again. Because they've seen the leadership. The leadership isn't stressing. The leadership isn't doing anything extraordinary. It's still the same old weak approach that is not producing results. And you think that the guys will now go and kill themselves? The other day I was doing on my live stream. Shout out to everyone that joined the live stream. Guys, whenever you see me doing the live stream, I've not started scheduling it yet. Just jump on it. We'll learn together. I bring you guys on. to give me your views. See, everything I do here, I do it for the fans because I say this is the fun factory. So let's come and see how we can, in our own way, effect change while we're having fun, sports, entertainment, and so much more. So the other day I said, Super Eagles 2026 World Cup failure and why the gods are not to blame. Call the gods, the universe, the way it aligns. Put the gods into your faith as a Christian or Muslim or whatever you believe in. That somewhere, somehow, there was a divine assistance for the Super Eagles to still make it to the African playoff. But leadership used their own hands to destroy what the gods cooked for Nigeria. But Burkina Faso, they are still feeling bad that FIFA robbed them of their place and gave to Nigeria. They would have gladly taken the opportunity. And then we went to the playoffs. Then I start planning and organizing. I keep telling you guys that 80% of whatever win you have in this life, whatever you put into your planning is what will determine the result. So the NFF, they knew that this is crucial, that we need to put everything in place. In fact, right after the win against Benin Republic, the NFF president, Ibrahim Gusau, came out and he was bragging. Listen to him.
Eric came in. Despite the fact that a lot of people have some reservation, they ask of how do we get to that and that. But thank God, till now, at least he has justified to Nigerians why he can be the coach of the Super Eagles. Because forgetting about all the friendly matches and other things, we talk about the World Cup qualifiers. He handled 6 matches. He won 4 and drew 2. Whereby if we have some little resemblance of that in the first 4 matches, we could have not been where we are today. So there were a lot of issues. 3 coaches managing, a lot of people say that, but they don't want to really talk about how did it happen. It's a necessity that we can't do otherwise. So, but we thank God we're here, and we are going to work hard to make sure that at least we get to the ultimate desired goal. We are aware of the countries that we are going to play with, and we are also aware of the venue. So as I'm talking to you right from today, we have even started preparation for that. But the most important thing is, the level of commitment and the zeal of the players. They have now realized that going to the World Cup is a very, very important thing to them and their career. More than even how Nigerians look at it. So when you look at the spirit they have during our last 2 matches, you know that at least these guys are very much ready to be at the World Cup. So I don't have any element of doubt. To us, from our own side, we are getting all the cooperation that we needed from the government through the Sports Commission to ensure that we have good preparation for those matches. It's going to be 2 matches. And by the grace of God, I know we are going to succeed and move forward to the Intercontinental Playoff.
Oh, Eric Sekushel, he has done well. We are proud of him. We have everything in place from the federal government through the National Sports Commission to make sure that everything will be fine for the playoffs. Okay. So what happened? So you had money from the NSC through the federal from the federal government through the NSC, and you were owing players bonuses and allowances, NFF, and you think they are stupid? I told you guys, my sources told me, it's small 156,000 US dollars that the Super Eagles players can just easily forget and just even give it out. But they wanted to teach that leadership a big lesson. Stop messing around. Give to people their entitlements. Particularly when they go out there and sweat, when they put their efforts on the line. Why are you holding on to their money? They wanted to just prove a point, and they did. That was the action. But they forgot that it comes with a consequence. But the gods again said, no, Nigeria will stay with you people. It was going to look tough against Gabon. Because when Victor Osimhen missed this glorious chance, I said, problem. But in extra time. Can you believe it? Super Eagles went on to score 3 goals. You think it was ordinary? It wasn't, guys. Something was speaking for the team, just to prove to NFF that it is your stupidity, your senseless leadership that will ruin this campaign. So they started promising monies. Oh, you scored this, we'll give you money. If you win this, you will. So that money was available. So there was money. And somebody, after we beat Benin Republic, till we got to Morocco for the playoff, did not see the need to pay players and officials of the team their bonuses and allowances. The money was there. That's why I say the gods are not to blame. This one, 100%, is on leadership, because everything rises and falls on leadership. And that was how the NFF. Maybe small support from the players, because some people would have looked at the angle that they would have just ignored. They would have just, focused. Mental health is a serious thing, guys. Maybe they won't even go there with the sort of focus, determination, commitment to execute that mission. And they might just go there and Gabon beat them 3-0. It is still you fans that will yap the players, that will call them out. The good thing is they put up a fight, even against DR Congo that was so good. The DR Congo beat them via penalties. Anybody can lose penalties. And when Roberto Baggio was the hottest player in the world in 1994, a crucial penalty for Italy, he missed it. Cristiano Ronaldo has missed penalties. Messi has missed penalties. Ibrahimovic has missed penalties. There's no player in this world that cannot miss a penalty. It's lottery. So don't even come for Semi Ajayi and Simon Moses, because a lot of you guys have been doing that. I've seen people like Simon Moses, I don't want to see in the team again. You don't want to see who in the team. The same you that was praising him for the fantastic play he had against Benin Republic. Face your leadership. Call them out. I keep telling you guys, these leaders, they do the nonsense that they do because they know that the fans don't care. That you will move on. You've not owned your national team. We need to own our national teams. I'm a child of the 80s. In the 90s, look, when Super Eagles want to play, it's a religion. No? Schools start closing on time, so you start running home. If you don't get to your house on time, you stop somewhere. Your parents know you've stopped somewhere to watch football. But maybe the distraction of European leagues, maybe betting also. People don't care. Some people can even stake that DR Congo to beat Nigeria just to make money. So there are a lot of things not going right that these leaders, they know. You are a Nigerian. You are complaining that the league is not good. What have you done in your own small capacity to develop the league? I live in London. I promote the league. I talk about it. I don't just share highlights. I do production. Sometimes 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours just to edit a 1 minute, 30 seconds video to tell the beautiful stories. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. If I visit Nigeria, I'll go to Akwa Ibom, see Akwa United, give them boots, give them shin guards, give them bibs, so that the leadership will know that I'm investing in my own way and I can call them out when they're not doing the right things. That is what we should start doing with our football in Nigeria. Otherwise, these guys will not take us serious. They know. Do you care to know how your NFF president is appointed? Have you tried to know the formation of the people that get to vote your NFF president? Those are the things that they know you don't know. The Congress is made up of about 44 persons. 37 of them come from the state FAs, and that is them. So imagine if 30 vote for, they'll just share the other votes around so it won't look like it's rigged. They will still keep bringing their own people. So first thing first, we must destroy that nonsense statue that they have. Putting football stakeholders in there. I belong to the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria. Put representatives in there. Put coaches. Put representatives from the various leagues, the grassroots, the academies. Yes. Even if there are sponsors for the national teams, put stakeholders in there because they are putting their money into it. Let them vote for who they think should be leading football. We have to change a lot of things. Otherwise, we'll just be grasping on straws. We'll be fetching water with baskets. We'll go nowhere with our football. Now we're getting ready for the Africa Cup of Nations. And it is the same approach. It is the same approach that we're seeing. 4 days ago, on X, I saw this on the official page of the Super Eagles. Talking about the preliminary list. First, what are we doing with the preliminary list? With everything that our football has been through, from the World Cup qualifying stage to these playoffs, what are we doing with the preliminaries? Anyway, that was 4 days ago. Until now, nothing. But I'm just waiting, because I've been hearing sort of, oh, they are going to call 55 players. Are we joking? We are treating national team football like Principal's Cup. Are we even okay? What is going on? When Coach Eric Shell called 34 players, I was not having it. Now we're hearing 55. They can't even do it. Because you can't start doing things that will make people start coming for you now. Because Nigerians are now happy with the current state of their football. That's one. Two, I said it at the start. NFF, what is your program for the AFCON? That you can at least just let the public start showing interest. Do you know people will spend their money, go to Morocco to go and support the team? Are you pumping up their experience? What assurances are you giving to them? Nothing. We just want to go and compete and pray wuru to the answer that we win, and then we'll go to Aso Rock to go and collect benefits. That will never be long term. Sure, we made it to the final the last time. A team that made it to the final of the AFCON cannot qualify for the World Cup from a group that had Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Benin Republic, and our previous wives, South Africa, that seem to have moved ahead of us now. We couldn't qualify from that group. It tells you that we just want to go and play competitions. We just get into tournament mode. That's all. No planning, no long-term planning and organizing. Look, I think it's a joke. It will continue this way. All they need to do is to go back to our football and see where we're coming from. What made us solid in the 80s and 90s? The academicals, the grassroots. That was the foundation. The Principal Cup. School sports was a thing. I don't you think it's a joke? We've not seen anything though. Today, Cape Verde is going to the World Cup. You think they just got up? It's a 20-year plan. See our Morocco, the shining light of Africa's football now. Go and dig. Go and do a bit of research. Why is Morocco's football doing well now? And you see, 15-year plan of investments. Who was the head of it? The king. I keep telling you guys, you think it's a joke. The king, that was his assignment. See Saudi Arabia. Look at how their leadership is sitting on top of everything that they're doing with sports tourism. Look at Rwanda. Paul Kagame is not joking. He knows everything happening with sports in his country. Everything rises and falls on leadership. So no program. I'm not expecting anything. I'm going to Morocco. I'm going to cover the African football, tell the best of African football stories, and it shouldn't just be win. What have you done to win? There will be Morocco there will be Egypt there, there's Tunisia there is Senegal. The countries who are not joking with development. You just jump up and just believe that, oh, you have all the top players in Europe. What's there? They will forget that just last year they couldn't beat Lesotho in Uyo. They will forget that just last year and this year they couldn't beat Zimbabwe home and away. We will forget. It's a big problem. So what have we done to address that? We brought Eric Shell and we're just hoping and believing that the guy can do magic and make us go to the World Cup. And if we had qualified for the World Cup, then there was no problem. No, yes, we've been through this before. There's no problem. Everything is fine. Yeah, that's it. No program, no planning, no organizing. And it's not just the Super Eagles. The Super Falcons, they have World Cup qualifiers coming up. No friendlies. Nothing. Nobody is saying anything since they qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations. But we forgot that we couldn't even beat lowly rated Benin Republic in Abeokuta. They will forget. This is... We've been through this before with the NFF. They never learn. And the government must show responsibility. I talked about Morocco, talked about Rwanda, every serious Cape Verde, even DR Congo. See how involved their president is. And it's already showing. So every country that is doing well, the leadership, don't mess around with their sports. That's the only way. So this one, the government is saying, oh, they commend this, they commend that just because 2027 is around the corner, so it won't look like we attribute this failure to them. It's just selfishness. Nobody's considering the growth of football in the country, the future, what this can do to future generation, the economics. It's a big revenue. Look, I don't know how to explain it again, that everyone is tapping into this football business, but Nigeria, nah. Look at the league. Just look at the league. It's a complete mess. Those of us who try to promote it, you give your best, but the people who are doing it, they don't care. So yeah, the government must wake up. They must step up to their responsibility and give us that function. So in October, when all of those talks were going on about FIFA grants and monies and what they used to build stadium in Kebbi and the rest, I told my people, these guys are just backing. Was it not in October? Now, what's happening? They set up a special committee that they're going to investigate the NFF. Listen.
The House will further recall that between 2015 and 2025, NFF allegedly received developmental funds in excess of USD 25 million from FIFA and CAF, with nothing tangible and commensurate on the ground to justify the humongous capital inflow from these two continental and intercontinental soccer bodies. Further recall that in December 2016, FIFA sent an audit query to NFF over the misappropriation of the US $1.1 development grant to NFF. And it was reported that US $802,000 lacked proper documentation. The House therefore resolves, 1, to set up a special investigative audit committee to look into the activities and accounts of the Nigeria Foofball Federation from 2015 to date. 2, invite the leadership of NFF, both past and present, to appear before the special investigative committee with records of activities, receipts, and disbursements from 2015 to date.
So what is going on now? Why are they not continuing that investigation? Misplaced priorities. So that's it, guys. Let's leave it up to God. We always say God, and see if everyone will come and fix our problems for us. The 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, can the Super Eagles win it? That's the conversation. I'll see you guys around again. That's it.